Hi, this is Merve from English Coursebook Evaluation class, and in this video I'll be sharing my analysis on an English coursebook. Let's begin with my content, which includes the introduction to the criteria designed by Ministry of Education, and then the introduction to the book I selected for my assignment, and then here comes my observation on each criterion. So let's look at the map criteria first. In the first criterion, it is said that the book should be designed according to the main goals and principles of Turkey Ministry of Education. And then it should be equal for gender and their social roles. And the book shouldn't violate the human rights. According to the second criterion, it is said that all the statements and questions, activities, all should be clear and understandable by the learners. Similarly, the language used in the book should be also proper for their levels. And each activity should be economic and objective. And they should be proved by a bunch of scientific methods. In the third criterion, it is said that there should be a certain order when it comes to teaching process, which means that firstly, easier activities or information should be given, and then the harder ones. And also, before each new unit, there should be preliminary questions to make students familiar with the upcoming activities or topics. So the aim is here to activate the schemata of the learners, and all the activities should be just necessary. There is no room for unnecessary activities. And when we look at the last criterion, it is basically about the design of the book. So all the drawing style or pictures should be the same in the sake of harmony. And again, all the items should be clear, understandable, and directive. And title organization and all the text organization should be distinctive. So based on this criteria, I have analyzed the book called Learn with Bouncy. The book has 10 units with 166 pages. All the topics are daily life based, and the book provides both individual and collaborative projects, which are again based on the multiple intelligence activities. So let's look at the book in detail. According to the first criteria, there should be an equality on the gender and their social roles. So there should be same amount of girls and same amount of boys in the book. And when we look at the book, there is no problem with this criterion. And also there should be an equality on different nationalities and their cultures. Again, when we look at the book, there is no violation against this criterion. So let's go on with the second criterion, in which it is said that there should be no ambiguity in the activities. Each question should be clear to understand. So when we look at this activity, the questions are like how many pencils, how many rulers, but we should teach students the correct form, and these questions are not completed. So there is a violation on the second criterion. In this activity, it is said that let's make a compass, but there is no explanation or there is no instruction when it comes to how to make a compass. Yes, there are just materials, but there is no explanation. So it poses an ambiguity. Again, in this activity, it says stick and talk, but stick what? When I looked at the book, I saw that there are some stickers at the end of the book, but there should have been an information for those stickers, but there is no information, so students may get confused. In the same criterion, it is said that in the matching activities, there should be more answers. There should be more answers than the questions. But when we look at the activity, there are 5 to 5. When we look at the third criterion, it is said that teaching process should be in a certain order. So firstly, the easy questions or information should be given, and then the harder one. Well, in this example, in this nationality unit, there is no information when it comes to how people from different nationalities look like. But in the activity, students are required to draw people from the different nationalities and talk about them. But they don't have the information, so it violates this sequential learning criteria. In the same criterion, again, it says that outcomes shouldn't be just it is your turn kind of activities. However, when we look at all the project boxes, it is nearly the same kind of sentence. It says, prepare your classroom rules poster, start your picture dictionary, prepare a poster, prepare a poster. So these are all the same, and it violates this criterion. Most importantly, there should be preliminary questions before each unit to make students familiar with the upcoming topics, but unfortunately, there are no such questions in the book. When it comes to the last criterion, it requires that there should be an introduction page in which all the items used in the book should be introduced. For example, this symbol means it is listening time, this symbol means it is dancing time. But however, and also you can find the stickers at the end of the book, but unfortunately, there is no such an introduction page. In the same criterion, it also requires that in the sake of harmony, there should be the same drawing style. And let's look at the characters introduced first in the book. Throughout the book, not throughout the book, but in the first part of the book, we always see those drawing kids. However, suddenly, here comes this real kid picture. And then the both real pictures and drawings are mixed. Like in this example. And in this example, that unfortunately violates the last criteria. In the same criterion, it is said that each item should be clear, understandable, and distinctive. But please look at this activity. Students are required to find the words and match the words with the correct pictures. However, all the words are joined to each other, and then there are some letters that they don't make sense, and it is very complicated. And lastly, let's look at the titles. They should be distinctive, but please look at this one. It is nearly at the same size with the normal words. Here again, the title can even hardly seen. And in this slide, please look at the first picture. The title is not stated where it should be. And in the second one, A is cannot be completely seen. So this violates the title should be distinctive criteria. So these were my observation according to the book I selected and the criteria designed by Ministry of Education. But we mustn't forget the fact that books are written by human beings, and as human beings, we tend to make mistakes. So no book is perfect. Thank you for listening to me. You can have a look at my detailed reports or the link of the course book. I hope you find my video useful. Thank you for listening. Have a good day.